Hi, I'm Regina Sanders, Arts Education Specialist here at the Southwest School of Art, and welcome to Saturday Morning Discovery. It's always an exciting time at Saturday Morning Discovery, but today we're going to be talking about something that may be a little different. We're going to be doing bookmarks, and I'll tell you a little bit more about it when we get started, but I know that a lot of you have tablets and things like that that you read from now, but this is something that you can always have when you want to pull out that book and turn a page. You'll always know that you'll have something beautiful to keep your page where you want it and go back to it. So it's kind of a really magical thing to do. So let's get started. So the project is bookmarks, and I've got several different types. That's because you can do so many things with bookmarks. There's the regular just drawing and painting of them, and that's illustrated here. And that's simple with just your little watercolors or whatever paint you have. These are cutout bookmarks, and again, this is more of the collage way of doing it, and we're going to be doing more something like this, but these are your ideas that you can put together. This is one that I really like. This is just a simple nature bookmark where you just go outside and you pick up the leaves and things that are around the house, and then you can filter them into your own personal specialty paper and make a bookmark. And this is what I'm going to have you attempt to do today. And you're going to have fun doing this. This is just your challenge. You're going to make this bookmark, really look at it, and it's more focused on giving texture and depth so that you can do just a little bit more than just two-dimensional. Just give it a feeling of three-dimensional, but not quite there. Okay, so let's get started. For this project, you'll need certain materials. This project, you will need drawing paper. You're also going to need a little heavier cardstock, and this is to make our templates. You'll also need construction paper, and I have the construction paper to match what I'm doing here. But if you don't have these colors, I've got the black, I've got blue, I've got brown, and everything that you see for this particular bookmark. But you don't necessarily have to have those colors. If you don't have those in your construction pile, just use what you have, because it can be an abstract piece and still be representative of what you're doing here. You'll see why. It can be an abstract piece, so don't fret if you don't have these colors. You'll also need, I have my trusty little tops here. This is my saucer bin that I use to make my templates for the sun and for other round things. So just tops that you have around the house, make sure you keep them for when you want to make a real nice round figure. So that's all they are. You'll need a pencil, you'll need your ruler, you'll need glue. I have the Aleene's clear school tacky glue, but Elmer's glue will work just as fine. You can try and use a glue stick if you have it, but you will need a more secure glue just for certain things if you want them to be to lay down a little bit more flat. You'll also need ribbon, a dark pen, and if you have a little piece of chalk, just a piece of white chalk or white crayon, that would be fine too. Okay, so let's get started. And we'll get started by really looking at this project, and you're going to make a drawing. So I always say to make a really nice drawing of whatever you're doing first. It's your guide, no more than that, to make sure that everything's in place. Right here I have a half of a sun, but maybe you would like a whole sun. That's fine. You're just trying to get, again, make it have texture, make it have depth. As you can see, I've got the drawing, I've got the mountains in here, and they have a snow cap. I've got some birds here because I found that bird, but you can draw your bird. You don't have to do that. And I drew in also part of the cactus. I just drew a hat, but I did a hole on here. So you have a choice about how you want your particular piece to use. So with that being done, let's go ahead and make our templates. So we're going to start off doing our templates, and we'll start off doing the sun. And remember, I had my little saucer top to make my sun, and I'm going to take the yellow first. Now, as you can see, I have 3 layers of this sun. So I'm going to make 3 different round portions for this sun to be. I'm going to start with the smallest part of this, and that's the yellow. So I'm going to find a top. Now I put it right on the yellow because that's what I want it to be. But you can make a template first. You can make a template out of the construction paper, or out of just a regular piece of stiff cardboard or something like that, so that you can have it for the future. If you don't have a top, you can always do that. It's the same thing. Right around your top that you're making, and you have that. And you can keep that and put it in a little baggie when you make them all. So you can have that one for the smallest portion of the sun. You're going to make the larger portion of the sun. The same idea. And if you even wanted to leave a larger portion, then you would find a bigger top to do that. I've made the templates. So the templates for the sun are here. And I've made templates for the land and for the mountains right here. So these are my templates, and I'm going to cut them out. And once I cut them out, I'll put them down on the colors that I want them to be in. Make sure you have a good pair of scissors, one that you feel comfortable using and that you can make sure that to maneuver around really quickly. So I'm going to cut out my mountain template. And I made the mountain template just a little bit bigger so that it would go the full length of where I want it to be on my bookmark. So there's the mountain. This is the land. Following my drawing that you see here, I'm going to start placing everything down. I've already cut out all of my templates, and I'm going to put them in color. But let's put the base down first. So I'm going to place this right in the middle here, and let's glue it down with our tacky glue. This is our base. We're now going to use our templates to cut out each of the colors that we need for our design. I'm cutting out the orange. I'm drawing it first, and then I'll cut it out. But I'm going to draw them all down so that you can see. And remember, have your baggie ready so you'll always be able to keep your templates in case you want to do this again for another project. You can always use it again. From my templates, I have cut everything that I want down. I'm just going to place it down just for placement so I can see if I have everything that I want. And you can do that before you actually glue it down. And this will help you a lot. And remember, I cut out that blue so you can see the colors here, the brown, the mountains, and then the land. And then I remembered that I wanted some blue, so I cut out some blue. So that's going to be my water in here. But something that I really wanted to show you was that when I cut out the sun, I used decorative paper. It was orange and I really liked it. And I have the yellow here. So I'm going to put that there. And I would just place it right there. So if you have some old greeting cards or something like that, that's why I'm saying it doesn't necessarily have to be the exact same colors that you have. Use what you have. And you can also use newspaper. I'm going to use them for the rays of the sun. And I'm going to cut this like almost in a long kind of V shape. And so I have 4 rays that I can use for my sun right there. And I'm going to disperse them with the yellow here. So I'm going to cut out some rays that are here too. So I have that there. And I cut here so I know that everything is going to be in place. As you can see, everything is going to be in place for me to start gluing it down the way I want it to be. So let's do that now. Let's glue everything down, and then we can put the icing on the cake, all the little details that you want to put in personally. So we glue down the base. Let's glue down our mountain. Now we're going to be doing some finishing touches. As you can see, I used decorative paper. I didn't do a half moon sun here. I didn't do a half sun here. I did a whole sun. So I'm just changing it up. And I did find this eagle in a magazine. I have some pictures of birds that I can cut out for this one and put it inside. But you can also just make your own birds out of the black paper, just like you would do anything. You can draw it on. And I just wanted you to know that you could do that and make a couple of them and cut them out. As a finishing touch, we're just going to put a border around the whole design just to keep it in. And remember, as I said, I know that all of you have your tablets that you read from, and or you use your computer to read, but sometimes it is good just to have a book. And these markers are just for your special book. This is a little tape that I found at Michael's. You can use as a border, but you can also use ribbon or anything else. And there you have it. This is your personal bookmark. You can also put a little hole here. You can use just a hole puncher, but if you don't have a hole puncher, you can use the tiny screwdriver or something that you can make a little hole with. You don't have to. You can leave it the same. You can put tape in the back of it and tape the ribbon to the back of it like so. And here's the final piece. So thank you again for joining me here at Saturday Morning Discovery. I hope you enjoyed this challenge, and I hope you really do try and do this. Look around, look and see what you have, and put them all in front of you and see about making a special bookmark just for yourself or someone special in your family. Again, thanks for joining me here at Saturday Morning Discovery. Hope to see you next time.